Hello everyone. Tapa Variations Contest 22 was concluded last week. It was held on Logic Masters India's website. Many thanks to them and to all participants. This time the authors were Fatih, Hatice and I wanted to make walkthroughs for my own puzzles. And I wanted to start with transparent tapas because one of them was the highest pointer in the test, and this other one was worth, I think, 62 points. Both were rather higher in points than I had expected, and I will start with the lower pointer, this one. And when I created this was my second, I mean, I created this transparent tapa after the other one, and I wasn't sure which one was going to be harder, but it was felt that the other one was quite a bit tough. And I actually added these two clues afterwards to smooth out the upper right. I mean, the lower left didn't have much difference, but I wanted to keep symmetry as well, and I was happy that the theme was preserved. There's an odd even theme through the clue cells. And anyway, I will assume that you are familiar with the classic Tapa rules, with what numbers mean and what the shaded cells must obey. So in transparent Tapa, the only addition is that you can also shade clue cells, and they also count if shaded towards these numbers. So for example, you can get a 1, 5 like this. This is the 5 region, the 5 block. It connects through the clue cell, and there's another 1. And you can just as well not shade it, like in classic Tapa, and this can be also a 1, 5, for example. So without further ado, let's start the puzzle. More classic start is this. These sort of clues that have two numbers that are at least 2 can never have their clue cell shaded, because if this was shaded, the other blocks can be at most 1. So let's assume this is something else other than the clue cell block, and it cannot grow past 1. So this is impossible, and these are free actually. And this is just a classic 2-2 gimme starts. So we can say this 4. It can actually do this now, as it's a transparent Tapa, but you cannot reach here. Again, similar to classic topologic, but at first we need to escape through here around the 2-4, because you cannot go around it. So this is 3, and you still need to not strand the 2 block, which starts here, and if you know this will get imprisoned. So this is a start, and this 6 now has to be our first shaded clue cell, because if you don't use it, you need to have 7 shaded cells to connect, because there's only 1 block here, 6, and this is too much. We need to connect through here. You can eliminate these. This also. This 5 is kind of, well, let's not say that, but let's explain it this way. Around this, there's at most 3 shaded cells because of the no 2 by 2 rule that still holds. So if there's 3 here, then, oops, sorry, we barely make it to 5, and symmetrically this is here. And the help of this extra 5 is in making our life easier around this 1, 3 and the other glue cells, because now we can say that this won't work, strands to 1 block, So this is the 1 tree, and this cannot be shaded as 1, 2, 3 is either here or here. And now let's not get to there. Let's continue from here. Now this 1, 1 tree has quite a lot of shaded cells, but you can see that going towards the left causes issues because you need to continue and look all these cells, well, these two cells, but now you cannot satisfy the 1, 1 tree around it. You can shade it, unshade it, but there's just not enough cells left. Well, cells are enough, but you cannot have 3 different blocks around it. They are very constrained now. Anyway, so you can say this, because otherwise you get both of these and eliminate too many shaded cells, or too many cells from this 1, 1 tree. I hope I made that clear, sorry. So you can actually say this. Now this 2 block is obvious part of the tree, so it needs to quickly escape around this tree. So you cannot do this and box it in, because then you cannot go away. So you just continue through, and these are certain. This tree again has a unshaded cell here. There's things to be done. Well, the easiest is this now, because you have to connect as directly as you can around this 5. So this will require you to shade the clue cell, and these are unshaded. Now this 1 tree is more obvious. This is a 3 block, this is the 5, and we have a 2 block, well, a starting size of 2, and this needs to continue because there's only 1 and then 5. This has to increase, and 1, 5 can only be like so, and we come to here. Can do a sort of notation. I like this on paper, but here it can be done as well. So this means not both of these cells or these cells are shaded due to the 1 tree. The 3 is above, and you can actually know this too, and this. If it helps you see it, it's pretty worth it, I'd say. Not essential, but helpful. And we can say that we need to continue down still, and this is unshaded. There was an interesting moment here, I thought, because the bunch here cannot be something that connects these parts and continues downwards, because there isn't enough shaded cells to be had here. Or maybe let's say, it's the easiest way to say it, maybe this. Let's do this first. These are not all shaded. So now I have to connect this lone cell to the left at first, then escape. And I can use this, or I might not. And if I don't, I need to connect through here. So these 2 cells, from these 2 cells, one of them has to be used. So this is unshaded. Well, this was easier to say, I guess, because you cannot connect through the above. So this needs to continue, and this part needs to continue to connect through the bottom. And let's just do that. So this is unshaded, forces this, and the parts, the block above needs to escape, and it can't escape like this, as I hope this is easy to see. So we need to do this. Now this 6 was similar to the beginning with this 6. It has to directly connect here, and we can do this if we want. Also, these are certain. Cannot reach the 4 block. This could be 1, 2, 3 maybe, but this is too far away for the fourth. And this is certain because it needs 2 like this or like this. And this 4 has its glue cell shaded. And with this 4, it can be 1, 2, 3. Well, it cannot be like this obviously, but this cell has to be shaded now. And I suppose the easiest way to see is that if you don't take this, you need to connect this cell through here, but then you will break the 4 because you are taking away all its remaining cells and it cannot get to 4. And so this is connected through here, and we still need to get 4 here. So this is the unique solution. If you are familiar with transparent Tapa, at least it was, I think, approachable enough, let's say. There were some immediate contradictions that you had to see, like with this tree and with this two to finish, and the connection logic through here. This couldn't connect to the upper parts. I mean, these couldn't connect directly, so this part had to go down and around, and the lower right and upper left were, I think, a bit easier than the upper rights, though that actually, as I said, I simplified it a bit at this 5, and I hope it was an enjoyable solve for you within the competition or afterwards. And thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon with the transparent Tapa 1, I mean the higher pointer. So see you again soon.